Hi, today we're going to look at a few instructional tools that I have integrated into my classroom instruction. One of the first one is Office Mix. You have to have 2013 PowerPoint version to be able to get this tool, but it's free if you have PowerPoint 2013. You can get a $6.99 per month usage of it that is, and there's also a trial that you can do to play with it to see if you like it. Once you've created your videos, you can store them online, so they'll always be there, and you can view them on the web so that there's no need to continue endless memberships and pay that $6 and some odd cents per month. Let's take a couple of look at a couple of examples of this. They have a library, a gallery with different samples, so you can see how different people have incorporated this into their instruction. Let's look at one that I have used. It shows different ways to interact with the text. You could annotate while you're doing this with students. You could also interact with it much like a smartboard. Let's see if we can get this going. Hi, today we're going to take a look at some of the instructional tools that I've, for technology, that I've integrated into my lessons. I'd like to take a look at the PowerPoint 13 Office Mix. They have a gallery that you can choose to look at the different ways that it can be used. It has many features that I like. You can do voiceovers with your PowerPoints. You can also use it like a smartboard and write on it. You can
In this
annotate.
presentation, you will learn how to write a multi-sentence analytical paragraph, either as a standalone paragraph or as part of a larger essay. Before you can begin to understand the standalone paragraph or the embedded paragraph, you must understand how it would fit within a larger essay. Within each body paragraph, there are between 2 and 4 analytical segments. So let's take a look at an example paragraph. Now, what you see on the screen here is just the topic sentence and the first analytical segment, so really the first third of the paragraph. Notice we have an original title here, Redemption Through Action.
You can see how she's
Think of the title
marking
as an
the
invitation
text.
into your paragraph. It's something that sets up the argument you're going to make. We have an original topic sentence. So here is the topic sentence right here. Notice that for a standalone paragraph, you always need to include the title and the author, which this person has done, indications of his actions, and that it's a recurring inner conflict. So that combined is the original argument.
See, she's
But
doing
his
a
first
good job
betrayal
of
of his son
annotating the
causes him to
text and
question his
marking that
character
up.
and to realize his inner
I really
weakness.
like
Now,
that
a
feature.
premise, last segment.
So there's a lot of different samples that you could take a look at to see if it's right for you. I annotate sometimes on my document camera with the students because it's always good to do that with them when we're dissecting a piece and doing close reading. But this one, you could send it home so that there's actually the guided instruction piece of that. It's not just a PowerPoint, they can actually see the marking of the text. The voice capture, all of that are pretty neat features. And it's just like, it's very popular at the TECA conference. A lot of people were really excited about using this. All right, let's take a look at something else. I like to try to incorporate some kind of news, current event, real life connection, because they say, you know, it's good to have text to text, text to world, text to self connections with the material. This is something that I discovered at the conference. It's newzola.com. And I think the format of the stories here is pretty interesting. It's kind of a splash page with everything in a collage fashion, and it's color keyed here, as you can see, based on whether it's, you know, the category technology, finance, national news, or whatnot. So you would click on the story that you want to read about, and it would tell you about it. It's interactive in the sense that, you know, it's colorful, it's appealing to students, and it's quick. They can click on those stories that they want to know a little bit more about and get information about that quickly. Another one that I like is called uh, Smithsonian Tween News. Let's look at that one. So on Smithsonian Tween Tribune, it's also a newspaper for grades 9 through 12. They also have grades 5 through 8 category and grades K through 4. Let's take a look at grades 5 through 8. I primarily use this for my 6th grade class, and it has stories that are interesting to that particular age group. For current events or other, you know, one of the TEKS is that they have to read nonfiction and different things like articles and op-ed pieces and speeches and whatnot. So this provides material for things like that. You can see just sort of the type of stories that they have are interesting to a 6th grader. Let's see, let's click on one. Would you rather eat your chocolate or drink it? That's a very appropriate Valentine's topic. And so they would read the story, and after the story there's related ones that you can click on to see, and then you can even do sometimes little questions come with it to answer the questions. After you log in and sign up as a teacher, you get questions following the stories, either for conversation or ones that the students can actually answer. So you hear teachers talking a lot these days about having wikis and blogs, and that's supposed to be a really popular way for people to interact with, have their classes interact with each other. I used something a couple of years ago called nicenet.com, where you sign up and it's in a sense a walled garden where the students can speak to one another in a protected space so that no one else can you know, send the email or see their questions or responses, and they communicate back and forth in a thread that I as a teacher can post a question, and then everyone can answer it and read each other's responses. That was pretty neat. I think the first time I used that was when I taught an online freshman composition course. At the college level, we had that feature, that piece where the students had to do the blog. And that's been maybe 10, 15 years ago when we started doing that, long time. But when I started using it with the middle school and high school kids, they really enjoyed that, and it kind of kept them current and started a sort of academic talk, academic dialogue, so they weren't just sending back silly messages, but they were having to actually say something and try to put their best foot forward and sound articulate to the best of their ability. Well, this would be sort of in the category as NiceNet. It's called KidBlog. And I haven't used it yet, but I thought I would share it with you, and in case one of you wanted to try it out, let me know how that goes. I'm pretty sold on NiceNet, but it's always nice to have other choices, and this looks pretty interesting. This next one consists of some sources for ELAR. This web address here is the one that covers this whole PowerPoint. For English language arts and the reading classroom. It has everything that I have. If any of you, I can send this whole thing to you if you want it, so you can have these URLs. I just wanted to run through this quickly. Memes. A lot of people will put a meme into their PowerPoint presentation to liven it up. I'm not sure what that's about. The answer is yes, with the kitty. Newsela. Is a new product. It gives the reasons that it's great. It has customized reading levels. You can find and assign articles, set up classes and assign readings. They can annotate while they read. It links to Google accounts. They can use it with their Gmail. It's got a lot of neat features like that. reasons that you may not like it, and the format of this presentation here that I'm sharing with you, I got this at the TCEA convention in one of the workshops that I went to. It has the reasons why you would want to do it and the reasons why you might not want to. And I have found that on a lot of these things, there are free versions initially. When those expire, there's some fee that's involved. But the neat thing about that is you can, during that free time, whether it's a month or 3 months, you can build a lot of things to put in your library that you can use, and the kids don't have to have this particular thing. They can just access it online. You can just give them the URL. They can go straight to it and continue to use it even after your trial has expired. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to follow through with there. They have leveled reading practice, reading level documentation, differentiation, and annotation practice. I really like those features a lot. And, you know, I don't think these necessarily have to be just for language arts. You know, literacy is across the curriculum, so any class could use that. The next one is Notable. This is also an annotation tool. It has multiple colors. If you go to the Google Play Store, you're going to see a lot of choices for annotation tools, and I hope some of you are exploring that and using that, because when they get to high school, they're certainly required to do that. Reasons you might not love this product. Things, the scanned PDFs do not have the full function of tools, and so the whole PDF part of that, I think that's true with most of those annotation things. They have to be submitted as a PDF document. So a lot of times the things I'm wanting the students to annotate are things that I don't have PDFs of. They're from their book, they're from their SSR, they're you know, they're other sources. So that's kind of an issue for me. I wish somebody would come up with some new software that allows us to annotate something besides the PDFs. So the next one is, I'm not sure how you say this, Kaizena. And these are the reasons why this product is great. Let's skip to that. Good customer support. It's still in beta mode, and it's being developed. You might not like it because it's still in beta mode, and it can be a little bit confusing. Spoken feedback on written work. I think that part is very awesome. I've always been leery of products that say that they can grade writing. Sometimes I think really that's just, they don't do it the way I do it, and the students don't get the feedback that they need to have, especially AP classes. So I'm always curious to check out new software that does grading of written stuff. KidBlog, I showed you that earlier about with that other page that we looked at that shows how kids, you can sign them up, create classes. This is the one that's like NiceNet. Blogging here again, popular, and she's got that URL to contact her. Nearpod, they devoted time to that in this presentation, saying these are the reasons that it rocks. It uses already created PowerPoints. It makes them interactive, grabs student attention, teacher pace. I made several lessons on Nearpod and loved it when I had the choice of assigning it for homework or the live version that I got to control in the class. I put PowerPoint slides on there. I also put links that I could click on, or that if it was sent as homework, the students could click on that URL and it would open up a YouTube video, or it would open up, take them to something else that they would need to read or watch. Even had an opportunity to do testing. So I thought that was really awesome. When my trial expired, however, I didn't have the ability to send it as homework, nor could I embed any kind of link in it. So I would have to, that's one good reason to invest in that for our school so that we could all continue to do that. Reasons here, again in the same format, the limited features in the free version. Well, of course, That's why you have to buy it. And